Hello dear friends, I'm here in Berlin with my good friend Jan Vogler. Why are we here in Wasserturmplatz?
Well, that was the place where I played as a kid. I would practice the cello, and when I was done, I would run out the door over there on the Diedenhofer Straße, in the middle, right in the middle, number 6, and would run to the Wasserturm, meet my friends, and play soccer here, or run around, climb these little hills, and in the winter slide down with the sled and try to not to break my bones. My parents both played in Berlin orchestras. My mother in the Concerthaus, now Concertus Orchestra, back then under Kurt Sanderling.
Yeah.
And my father played in the Komische Oper Orchestra. He was the assistant principal. And I saw all my first La Bohème or Meistersinger, everything at the Komische Oper. And then later even I became a substitute when I was a student. So I played in the orchestra a little bit and learned to play orchestra.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's my very first time with the orchestra,
Yeah.
and you're the best ambassador to collaborate. So you started in Berlin, ended up in New York. I started in New York, ended up in Berlin. I was born in New York, and now I live by choice in this beautiful weather and in this beautiful park. Indeed, what has changed since?
Well, first I find it very funny. You live really exactly in the area where I grew up.
Exactly.
And I live Upper West Side. Did you live Upper West Side?
Upper West Side.
Upper West Side.
Yes.
So we really exchanged
Yes.
home. I hope you're happy here.
Yeah.
I love Berlin, my hometown, but I have to say it changed to the much better. Of course, it's so interesting, little corners everywhere. But sometimes I feel also Berlin's trying sometimes. I can say it because I'm Berliner, okay?
Yes,
I think
you can say
it's very much trying very hard to be cool. and I think sometimes in New York people are so busy they don't even have time for that.
That are so cool.
No, but I feel this is not an issue in New York, I feel. And also maybe what the difference is, in New York you can have anything any second. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's there. I mean, the city is 24 hours, and if you need something, if you need your shirt dry cleaned at 2 a.m. and want to have it back 4 a.m., no problem.
Not in Berlin.
In Berlin, I would say it's rather still a little bit a service desert. It's people are not accustomed to that. People want things fast and maybe really have little time to repack their suitcase and go on tour like you, and they need something quickly, and they are kind of surprised you're so hectic.
Yeah.
I grew up in a musical family, so every day people would come to our house. My parents had lots of parties, and this is our building where we used to live over there. Okay. And the grey building. Now it looks very nice.
The yellow, the next one?
Next one to the yellow. Okay. And now it looks very nice, but in East German times, it didn't look that nice. It had, centimeter deep holes from the, whatever, from the guns or from the war. And I remember all grey. Now it's all colorful, but it was all grey. And kind of when I go now to Eastern Europe sometimes and I find maybe a town where I play where still the buildings are not as colorful, I feel quite good because I think I come back to my childhood, how it was. There were no buildings, as you can see, they're all new. There were parks and some other smaller buildings, and and this was kind of very enigmatic. Now it looks small and organized, but it was a bit more wild, and we had all kinds of stories what happens in these towers, and
like scary stories.
Scary stories. It was for us was great. Was a lot of imagination with this little park,
Okay, so let's go to rehearsal.
Yes.
Because we're gonna be late.